Hey guys, welcome back. Or if this is your first time here, hello, and I am Donna, and I make videos about things that I love in the stationery world. Fountain pens, fountain pen ink, journals, a little junk journaling. I think junk journaling is kind of like the new scrapbooking. And occasionally I'll throw in a DIY. So I wanted to gather together, or I did gather together bits from my travels to Arizona. My family, most of my family lives in Arizona, and I've been lucky enough to, travel back and forth there for years. And so this past year, my son moved out there, so yeah, that was kind of a lot of back and forth. So I put together a little scrap journal. I'll get to that in 1 second. So I had a bunch of these Arizona Highway magazines back in the day. I had the newer version, like from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever they were. But it was the glossier edition of the magazine, and which is pretty. It has some, excuse me, I have the hiccups. Beautiful. It has beautiful photography in it, but I wanted to make a journal with the more, with the older vintage style paper that they have, the more matte finished paper. So look at this. Look at that photography. And I don't know. I just like the old vintage pages, but they are a tiny bit on the fragile side because most of these magazines weren't well kept. I picked them up in like used bookstores out there, and let's see if there's, yeah, see, some of these can tear like very, very easily. So what I did on the journal, I didn't want to Mod Podge the cover of the journal because I wanted to keep that, I wanted to keep the matte finish on it. So I Mod Podged the inside, because even with the matte Mod Podge, you still get a little bit of light reflection, if you could see that. And I really didn't want that on the cover. So I, made sure to Mod Podge around the edges and stuff so that it wouldn't tear and it would give it stability. So, yeah, and then I just, put all the ephemera and pages together, a mix of old and new, and just did a simple hole in the spine with an awl and some waxed cording. And then I had some of this like sage-colored faux leather, and I just put that strip on there just to reinforce the binding a little bit. So I'll give you a quick flip of what's inside. And I probably stuffed it with a little too many pages. As you can see, the should have been a little bit more careful about the binding there, but whatever. I'm not selling it. I'm just, a place to keep my stuff. When we were out, I picked some little flowers in fields and lakes, and after we had left, my son sent me, I was sad. Of course I was sad. I'm always sad when I leave my family behind, and he sent me some more flowers, wildflowers, to cheer me up. It's just an article that I tore out of one of the old magazines. I like the old vintage style ephemera. And then I just put some journaling pages in here so I could journal, different places we went and saw. And this is one of my favorite washies, and you can't really find this one anymore. This is like extra wide. This is probably like 4 inches. Anyway, I like it because it reminds me of the Mexican tile and the like Mexican Spanish style influence that's there, and a lot of pottery and furnishings and homes and stuff like that. So yeah, so I added that to the journal pages. There it is again. Went to Winslow, Arizona, because it's a favorite place. The song is it's a favorite song. It's a lot of family connections there. So, yeah, so you have to go. If you're going north, Route 66, stand on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. And if I need to explain that to you, I don't know if we could be friends. Anyway, this was at the Grand Canyon. We were sitting under a ponderosa pine and looking out at the canyon and the Colorado River underneath, and it was really beautiful. And we were waiting for the sun to set, so I had brought a little pocket-sized journal with me and some of my fountain pens, so I was able to sit and sketch and paint a little bit while we were waiting there. And so I just took that picture out of the small travel journal and stuck it in here. And I like this page a lot. And Snowbowl, Arizona is where you can ski in northern Arizona. Yes, not everything in Arizona is a desert or hot. It's cold and it snows in northern Arizona. So in the summertime, in the spring and summer, they have a gondola ride to the top of the Snowbowl Mountain, which is beautiful, and it's all covered with pine trees, and you go up to like 12,000 feet. So it's just, the scenery is spectacular. So if you happen to be there at that time of the year, I suggest going up. It's on the way to the Grand Canyon, maybe a little tiny bit out of the way, but anyway, make the trip. It's worth it. And then I took some of my notes that were in my traveler's notebook, and I just stapled them and put them in this little pamphlet. And we actually caught the Franklin Graham bus tour, which was in Flagstaff, which was not planned, but happened to be a really fun event. And it was just, you know, my luck that we stumbled across that. And yeah, it was beautiful. It was a great experience. Just got really lucky with that one. These are the fairy dusters in the very beginning of the video. There's a picture of a red fairy duster that I had seen in the botanical gardens, which was, yeah, it was just one of those magical kind of flowers and just super pretty. And I found this in an old vintage botanical book. Just some tickets, Grand Canyon, Gold Canyon. And this was a mixture of the newer magazine and the older magazine. I'm just trying to get those to blend together. Grand Canyon sticker. Oh, me and this girl have on like the same sweater. I bought this I bought the sweater in Arizona because it was really chilly. And what else? Just a pocket for some more postcards, some Route 66 stickers, the Roadrunners. These were some more little wildflowers that I had picked, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but there's little seeds that I was able to capture when I was pressing the flowers. So I just took those in the book. Note from my cousin. A postcard with all the crazy little wildlife out there in the desert. There's a lot of it. I picked that up in a botanical garden. Kids, this is how we subscribed to magazines back in the day. We used to rip this out of the magazines and mail them in with our check. This was before we went digital with everything. Some more stickers, and here's that pattern of tile again. That's just so pretty. I love it. Some more postcards. More postcards. So many beautiful sunsets like this. It's not rare. It's actually more, you see more of them than you would think. Scorpions, a really funny poem about quails, another tuck pocket out of a little mat bag. Everybody sing along. And more botanicals from that magazine. And this is just, you know, what I was listening to on the radio, what I was reading. Some more empty pages that I haven't filled. And I'm old enough to remember the original TV ad campaign. Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. And another tuck spot, and some more space for some more travels, hopefully. And this is a vintage map from a book that I found in a church book sale, actually. And that's it. And Mod Podge the back, like I said, to make this more sturdy. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. Bye.